Shalom Aleichem Internet, my name is Rabbi Sandra Gajzinski, and here is the weekly Torah Bite. This week's Torah portion is Parshat Vayetze. In it, Yaakov is running away from Be'er-Sheva, from his hometown, because he's trying to get away from his brother, who wants him dead after having swept the blessings out from under him, from under Esav. And so Yaakov is now on his way to Haran, to the land of his uncle, his mother's brother, who unfortunately is not a very savory character. He's actually known as the world's wiliest swindler. Lavan Ha'arami, Arami has the same letters as Ramai, swindler. He was the quintessential swindler, a really corrupt individual. So to a certain degree, Yaakov is going out of the frying pan into the fire. He is very well aware of this, and this is troubling him as he is making his way to Haran. And so he lies down as he encounters a certain place. We know this to be the future site of the temple, Mount Moriah. And he has a dream. And that dream is the very famous dream, V'hinei sulam mutzav arza v'rosho magia hashamayma. He sees a ladder, that which we refer to as Jacob's ladder. V'hinei malachei elokim olim v'yordim bo. And he sees angels of God ascending and descending. And yet, while this imagery is so well known, few actually focus on the fact that the trajectory of the angels seems to be backwards. Behold, the angels of God are ascending and descending. That means, it seems to mean that the point of origin for these angels is actually down here. If they're starting off ascending, that means that they're starting down here and they're heading upwards. Now, most people would assume that angels' natural habitat or point of origin is heaven, and the original trajectory would be descending from heaven and then maybe ascending. But here, we seem to be saying that for whatever reason it was, they are starting from down below and ascending, and then descending back down. So this is an interesting point, coupled with the fact that apparently this imagery of Yaakov seeing the angels ascending and then descending brings him tremendous comfort, and he has the confidence to then go march towards his destination, towards Haran. What is going on here? The commentaries explain to us that what is occurring here is that there's actually two sets of angels in play. The first set of angels are the angels from Israel that were there to protect, to guard, and to accompany Yaakov in all that he was doing while living in the land of Israel. Then, as Yaakov is now leaving from the land of Israel and heading towards Haran, those angels return back up to heaven, ascend upwards, having completed their mission of guarding and protecting Yaakov as he is spending his time in Israel, and a new set of angels are descending, a special set of angels that will give Yaakov the necessary fortitude and strength and protection that he will need to face his uncle and all the trials and tribulations that he will face in exile in the land of Haran. And this is what God turns to Yaakov and says while he is having this dream. He says, "Hinei anochi imach, behold, I am with you, ushmarticha bechol asher talech, and I will protect you and guard you everywhere in all your travels." And this is a very uplifting and a powerful point to Yaakov Avinu, because he sees that his father Yitzchak spent his entire life in the land of Israel, which would seem to convey that in Israel is where, in a sense, one would have the divine protection. And if as long as we stay in the Holy Land and we surround ourselves in a holy setting, then we can count on, in a sense, God's presence. And here Yaakov is heading out there into the corrupt world. And a concern, out there in the corrupt world, who says that he will have divine protection there when he is no longer surrounded in his cocoon of holiness? And here comes God and says, I am going to send you a special set of angels is to help you in this specific circumstance. Wherever you will go, whatever you will encounter, wherever you will face, I will send you the necessary protection and help and divine support needed in that particular circumstance. Ushmarticha bechol asher telech, and I will protect you everywhere you go. And this obviously was Yaakov was waiting for. This gave him the confidence to then march forward. The lesson to us is an obvious one. Every single one of us, we call ourselves Bnei Yisrael, the children of all the patriarchs, but of most specifically Yaakov. His story is our story. And he is the one that goes into the diaspora. He faces down Lavan, and he faces down an Esav, and he eventually faces down a Pharaoh, etc., etc. And he triumphs in all these circumstances. And he does so because he knows at the end of the day that wherever he goes and whatever he faces in any particular instance, he has God's divine protection for that specific mission and purpose. And this is our story. No matter what it is we face, no matter what kind of circumstance we find ourselves in, we should never feel that we're there alone. God is telling us, Ushmarticha b'chol asher telech, I am going to send you special support and specific guidance in this particular situation. I will be there holding your hand. All you have to do is to take that confident step forward. So let's take this message of great support and confidently march forward into the coming week. Shabbat Shalom, and have a wonderful, wonderful week.